Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being on our webinar this evening. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Cynthia Morton. I am one of the project leaders on the Online Peer Mediation Platform. And this is a project that was funded by the JAMS Foundation, associated with the Association for Conflict Resolution. And now our new organization that we have partnered with is the National Association for Peer Program Professionals. So what I would like to do is just take a moment to tell you a little bit about how the webinar is going to work, and then we'll have my team members introduce themselves. At the bottom, if you ever have any questions, make sure you go to the bottom and put in your question. At the end of the webinar, we will definitely address your questions. If we don't know an answer, we'll certainly get back to you. So now what I'd like to do is, before we go into the format maybe, is go ahead and let our team members introduce themselves. So I'm going to let our next person be Karen. Karen?
All right. Hi, good evening. My name is Karen DeVogue, and I'm joining this conversation tonight from Long Beach, California. I'm associated with this work through Association for Conflict Resolution and also through a project that I was in charge of at Fresno State called Mediator Mentors. And so we've worked with training schools in California to know how to do peer mediation face-to-face, and I'm excited now to be stepping into this next phase of mediation and helping students learn these skills supported with this online environment.
Thank you, Karen. Kristen?
Hi, I'm Kristen Woodward, and I'm with Fairfax County Public Schools, and that is in Virginia. I am the conflict resolution specialist for our school system. And so what that involves is writing curriculum around conflict resolution education, helping schools design and implement peer mediation programs.
Thank you, Kristen. Alexandria?
Hello, I'm a teacher myself in the classroom, and I work in a digital environment where all of my students have a device. So I'm very familiar with having students work in an online environment productively. And where I come in this project is I am a mentor, so I will be helping get things up and going, be partnering with training students, and I've gotten to work with Cindy students in this environment, and it works very well. So I'm excited to work with even more from all over.
Thank you, Alexandria. And last but not least, Giuseppe.
I am Giuseppe Leone. I'm the founder of Virtual Mediation Lab, a project sponsored by the Association for Conflict Resolution, Hawaii chapter, and I'm specialized in online mediation. So my contribution to this project is to help schools teach their students to practice and learn peer mediation skills online.
Thank you, Giuseppe. And let me just remind you that this will be recorded. So if you have to step away, we're definitely going to send you the link so that you can see this webinar in its entirety. So let's just kind of review what we're going to be speaking about tonight. We're going to talk about the 4 goals of our project this evening. And each one of us will take a goal and we will go in depth about the goal, how we're going to meet it, the future of our project, where we're going, and how you can be involved in this project, which we're really excited about, and therefore the reason for this webinar this evening. So what I would like to do is just take a moment. I'm going to bring up one of our PowerPoints, and give me 1 second. Okay. So just a quick overview. This is our members. Again, we do have some members that are not here tonight. Judy Tyndall is with the National Association of Peer Program Professionals. And we do have an online technology guy, Jay, who helps us out. And just a reminder, these are our partners. We're funded by JAMS. We were associated with the Association for Conflict Resolution, and now we're managed by the National Association of Peer Program Professionals. So here are our 4 goals, just as a brief overview, and we're going to talk about them. Number 1, our first goal of the Online Peer Mediation Platform is to create online resources, and Karen will be talking about that in a moment. Our second goal of the project is online training and basic peer mediation skills, and Kristen will be speaking about that, and we're going to be talking about modules that we'll be rolling out in the future. Our next goal is going to be peer mediation skill development. Giuseppe and Alexandria will be talking about that. And then our very last goal, which will be in the future, we'll be talking a little bit about providing online peer mediation services to students. And that is specifically students that don't have access to peer mediation services within their school. So that is an overview of what we're going to be speaking about tonight. And anytime you have a question, please make sure you just buzz in. So we'll go ahead and move to Karen. Karen, if you'd like to talk more about our goal for our resources.
Absolutely. Excellent. And if I can share my screen.
Absolutely.
You have to, there we go. Already. Wonderful. Okay, so one of the pieces of this online environment is a website, of course. And so this website was designed by Jay, who is an expert in creating these sorts of platforms and so on. And we wanted this to be really clean and really specific to provide people throughout the United States, throughout the world, as we're finding out as we look at the metrics on who is accessing the site. But we want this to be available to anyone that wants just very specific information on peer mediation. As you lived in this world and looked into what's available, there are many, many websites that have a whole variety of things, but we want this to be well vetted and clean and clear so that you're getting the best and most impactful pieces of information. So I'm going to take you to the button called resources, and you are free to come onto this website. You can see it there, peermediationonline.org, and you're welcome to click around, and you can't break it. So just play in there and find whatever you find would be useful to you. So under resources, we put together some useful links. And this takes you to some of our partners. For one, JAMS, as you've heard, is one of our sponsors of this. And also NAPPP, that's the button that you see down below. And so those people are represented on our important sites to visit. Giuseppe's website is there. The Mediator Mentors website from Fresno State is there. But there are also other partners that have shared some of their materials, and one of them is the Western Justice Center, and it's an excellent, excellent group that's based out of Los Angeles that has put together school tools and peer mediation trainings and so on. And so we want you to be able to find their good stuff. And then conflict resolution education. I'm just going to click into this one so you get a chance to see what's out there. This was put together with colleagues of ours from Association for Conflict Resolution. And this one goes deep and wide into the whole world of alternative dispute resolution for students. So please go in there, click around and see what you can find. So another really helpful link to those of you that are getting involved in looking at best practice and research is our research best practice button. And what we've tried to put together here are links to the articles themselves. I don't know if you've had the experience of going online and looking for things and it will send you in a variety of directions. We have provided the PDF. We have permission to show these and share these. So you can pull up the article and read it right there as a PDF, share it, download it, and so on. So that's very helpful. Tricia Jones is one of our founding mothers in this work, and her article is there. There's an article from Mediator Mentors, Dr. Lane Guerin, a few years back. There's a recent article from Mediator Mentors linked in here. So again, click around and find those. The last link on this does send you to more of a cataloged list, but please know that the first chunks and the majority of the articles there are there. The whole article is there for you to see. We also have shared here standards for, these are national standards that are established for school-based peer mediation programs. And again, if you come beside this work in any way, you may have encountered a variety of versions of peer mediation in schools, but there really are, there's sort of a gold standard. There are expectations that if you're really doing the best peer mediation possible program, that you would be following these standards. And so those are linked there for you. They again, were put together by colleagues in the association. It's a national group, Association for Conflict Resolution. You'll also see linked in here curriculum. And these are curriculums that are already out there that you are welcome to use, and in any way that is available to you. These are open domain documents. We have one from our mediator mentors again at Fresno State, but there you can see there's offerings here from all over. And again, you're welcome to use them as best you can see fit. And then the last link under resources is media, and that's a growing area for us. We are adding some of our some of the things that we're experiencing. Probably this video that we're doing today will be found here in the future, but it helps you to keep up and see what we're doing with this. Here's our webinar on how to launch a peer mediation program from April 25th and so on. So watch for this button. It's going to be growing every month. There'll be probably new things added to that. So I'll just talk you through the other buttons, and again, at your leisure, come into this website, look around and see what you can find. When the modules, the training modules are ready to be rolled out, you will find them under this peer mediation link. So that will take, that's not quite ready for us yet, but when it is, you'll see the modules available to you right there under that button. And then please do click on this blog button. Let me move over this here just a little bit. This is set up for you to have an opportunity to see events that we're sponsoring and leading. Tonight is one of those links that's shown under this blog spot as well. So that's what I was going to share tonight on the platform, our first area, and this is going to be a growing and living piece of the project. So if you have resources that you know are top-notch, we want them to be included here. So please do contact us. There's that contact us button right there, and we'd love to include your materials and your expertise here as well. So this is sort of the best of all worlds, where we put all of our heads together and share nationally and internationally those things that are working. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen now.
Thank you, Karen.
Right.
So let me go back to my screen and we'll start back. Thank you, Karen, for sharing that. Karen's worked very hard on the resources, and we really appreciate what she's done. So now we're going to talk about a training module that we're putting together. This is for schools that maybe just need some basic conflict resolution, and they're looking to kind of add this kind of an online piece to their training. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Kristen talk a little bit about what we're doing with this module and how you can actually use this module and share it. So Kristen?
Thank you, Cindy. So yes, so the second goal of our project is to help students learn conflict resolution skills and the mediation process. So what we have done is we have come together to create 10 modules. We are almost complete, and the modules will be available probably in the fall. You can follow us, you can follow our website, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook to get real-time information on when those modules are going to be available for the public to use. I will say that the modules are based on the peer mediation program standards that Karen just talked about. So this is a basic training and basic overview. It needs to be supplemented by the guidance of a teacher or a counselor or a trained mediator, someone who knows the process and knows the skills that they can help the students along. So what I'm going to do now is briefly talk about what is in each module. So the first module you can see here is understanding conflict, having students understand the nature of conflict, the dynamics, their conflict styles, how to recognize conflict styles in others. This is an important skill, and I find that schools don't really teach the nature of conflict and how to help students identify what's going on. The next slide is looking at understanding peer mediation. So this entire module is what is peer mediation, the steps in the process, how did it come to be, and it's a national and international program that's being used all over in schools and community centers. So this is, again, is an overview of what the process is and what the process has to offer for parties who come to mediation. This is one of the hearts of peer mediation, understanding active listening. So the modules that we have designed are interactive, which I think is really cutting edge. We have embedded videos. Students are able to type in answers. They're able to record themselves. That's one feature. They can look at themselves. And there's quizzes. So this is not one way. It's two ways. And they're able to know what active listening is and practice it. Setting up the room, an important part of the mediation process that should not be overlooked. The dynamics of the room and the situation. So helping students understand when they do mediate these important nuances. Positions and interests. Helping students understand what is a position and the fact that you need to get beyond positions, and the mediation process can help you do that as the mediators guide parties through questioning to figure out what their interests are and their issues and needs. Again, to me, this is another heart of what the conflict is about and peer mediation. Perceptions, we look at how everyone has their own truth in conflict and how there are different variances of the truth and perceptions and what role that plays in the ability to move people either forward or backward in a conflict.
And Kristen, this is where this slide ends. So if you want to tell them what additional slides we have added since the perception slide.
Sure.
Great.
So there's also a slide on ethics. Keeping with the standards for peer mediation programs, ethics is extremely important. So looking at what the ethical standards are, and so students and their teachers, coordinators know the ethics and they can abide by them. We also have some guidelines for staff who will be using, or coordinators, or whoever will be using this training platform, how they can use it. What are some best intentions, best practices?
Great. Thank you, Kristen, so much. And Kristen and Karen have been tremendous in putting together these modules, and we're very excited to get these out. In the future, and I will just kind of add this, our team has been talking about new peer mediation coordinators and training these coordinators as well. So that's something that we want to really hone in on the future after these modules go out to the public. So now I want to turn it over to Giuseppe to talk about module number, really our third part of our grant, and that will be the simulations.
Thank you. So let me see if I can share the video. All right. So the third goal of our project is to train schools and teach them how they can help their students practice peer mediation skills online, obviously under the supervision of their instructor or trainer. So it's something that we have already done last year with students for the Rockdale public schools, and it was an experiment that worked extremely well. As a matter of fact, we have online an 6-minute interview with Cindy and her students in which they shared their experience. They told us why students love so much the opportunity to practice their skills online. Here is an example, hold on a second, and it's just one minute, just to give you an idea of how it works. Oh, went too far. There it is.
Doing a mediation. And hi, my name is Derek Williamson, and I'll be on the mediation today too.
I understand this is a first time for both of you all, so I'm going to go ahead and explain a few things to you. First and foremost, what a mediation is. We are
impressed last week, and I am equally impressed this week. You guys are clearly very seasoned and comfortable doing this, and jumping into the online forum, which adds sort of a different element. You guys seemed really comfortable and brave. And Derek, I commend you for working with that document there for us, so we could see how that works. So I want to.
Okay, so you have seen how simulation works. Our simulation consists of 4 parts: peer mediation simulation, then the briefing session, which is really the part in which students can share their experience with their instructor and with Alexandria. So this is the part where they learn the most. The third part is a video recording of their simulation, and these video recordings can also become material that is used very usefully can be very handy during the training, whether it's online training or classroom training. And finally, there is an online exit survey to understand better how our simulations can be improved. Now, we offer a 3-hour online training for free to schools that are interested to help their students practice their mediation skills online. And the way it works is that we first have a 1-hour introduction and demo for the peer mediation trainer, coordinator, or students. So there will be the school peer mediation trainer, coordinator, or students, and there will be Alexandria and I on behalf of our project. This first hour is to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So the school principal, the peer mediation trainer, the students, and so on, so they can ask any questions they would like about the purpose and the format of our simulations. The second hour is an hands-on training. So we will teach peer mediation trainers and coordinator how to actually set up, run, and video record any number of simulations that they like. And finally, the third hour is an hour assistance. So Alexandra and I will participate as observer during their first online peer mediation simulation, and just to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. And later on, I will ask Alexandra if she would like to give us some additional comments about this. Cindy has already mentioned the fourth goal. The fourth goal is to show how schools with peer mediation experience can deliver online peer mediation services to other schools that don't have a peer mediation program. One comment about student safety: we never communicate with students directly. We only communicate with the school supervisors and trainers. So all activities are run under the direct supervision of their mediation, or the peer mediation training and coordinator. Let me ask Alexandra, would you like to say something before we continue with this?
Sure. So there we go. So based on my experience in the classroom and working in this forum, it really provides a reflection for the students that you couldn't get any other way. You can tell them something, you can give them feedback, but actually having them be able to see it themselves, that video recording piece, was extremely powerful. Also, from a teacher's perspective, I know that sometimes as the adults, we get a little afraid of giving them an online tool and wondering what's going to happen. But this is the world they're going in. Us as adults are working in this environment. And if we're going to get our kids ready for college and careers, and just being able to operate in the world in a positive manner, they need to know how to communicate on a platform like this, digitally, with each other. And if we don't teach them how to do it, we can't expect them to know how to use it appropriately. So this is a great opportunity to show them how to use a tool they're already using to be positive and appropriate and productive with it. So it's a really powerful piece that we've got here, and don't shy away from it because it's online.
All right, thank you. So let's continue now. So now that we have seen what our project is about and who are the team members that's making our project possible, we also seen how we will communicate with the schools. Let's talk about the possibilities for becoming partners with our project. What we're looking for, who we're looking for, and what we like to do together. So we are looking for qualified trainers and mediation centers that have experience in peer mediation training to middle and high schools. So these are the three, let's say, entities of our project. You, as a possible partner, on the left, our project, Online Peer Mediation Project, and on the right, the schools that you're already familiar with, and the schools that have already received from you peer mediation training services. So the first step is that we would like to give you a free training in online peer mediation. We like to show you and teach you how you can set up, run, and video record online peer mediation simulations with students. After the training, you can set up, run, and video record simulations with the schools that you work with. Next, we will like you to receive the feedback from the schools and to tell you what works well or not so well and what has been their students' experience. So the next step is of course that we would like to hear from you. We like to hear about your case studies, lessons learned, and best practices. Why do we need this information? Because the last two steps are for us to make all that information available on our website to be shared with all schools around the world. Case studies, lessons learned, best practices. And we'll also like to go an extra mile. For example, if you are particularly proud of the job that you did, we would love to set up some video interviews with you, your schools, and your students. We'd like to set up some webinars as we're doing now, and certainly we'd like to share your experience through the social media. So this is, in a nutshell, what we are talking about, who we are, and what we like to do together with you. So let me stop the presentation. So at this point, if you have any questions, please click the button Q&A, and you are free to ask any questions that you would like. So we'll wait a couple of minutes. On the other hand, if you can come up with some questions later on, tomorrow, or the day after, or the next week, that's fine. Just visit our website, send us an email, and we'll get back to you. In the meantime, Cindy, is there something else that we forgot to mention?
Well, I did want to mention that if you're not working with schools per se, and you're working with organizations, Boys and Girls Club, youth organizations, that this is just not for schools. This can go outside into community organizations as well. So I want you to think kind of globally and think outside of the school. That we definitely love having high school and middle school students, but we've also want to mention that we can do upper elementary school students. And we do want to work with college students and train college students to be mentors, and that is Karen and Alexandria's specialty, and we do need those students. So think, we're trying to help you think outside of the box of what you can actually do with this platform. There's so many possibilities, and we haven't even tapped into all of them. So you may have some ideas that you can share and help us with.
Thank you. Kristen, Karen, Alexandria, any other comments?
I don't think so. I think we've covered a general overview.
Okay. Karen, were you going to say something? You have to unmute yourself now.
Myself. No, I'm just cheering on the team here. Yeah, no, this is great. We're happy to respond to individual questions. I love the call to arms. Anyone that can grow this in creative directions, we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, well, we have a question in the meantime. The first question is, will there be a contract with the schools? And second question is there any reimbursement for travel expenses to meet with the school officials? Cindy, would you like to answer the question? Will there be a contract with the schools?
Well,
I'm not sure I understand whether it's a contract between us and the schools.
So I guess what you're asking is, before you work with the school, what is the school's responsibility and what is your responsibilities? And I think it's always helpful to have an understanding. We call it a memorandum of understanding. And we do that with the organization, National Association for Peer Program Professionals, can definitely help you with that. So that is a free resource that we definitely can provide for you. Before you work with a school, we will help you create a memorandum with administration. Kristen and I, we work in school systems. That's what we do. And so we will be glad to assist you with that. Now, the grant, unfortunately, will not cover travel. We don't have that worked into our grant. Now, in the future, if we work, we're working on more funding in the future, and if you know of funders out there that may be interested in this project, maybe that's something we could add into the grant in the future. But at this point, we don't have travel reimbursement in our grant. So I'm sorry to say that.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, if there are other questions, you're welcome to, if you have any comments as well, you're welcome to give us your feedback. So let's wait another couple of minutes. Otherwise, as I said earlier, if you can come up with something that you would like to ask to clarify, you know how to visit our website. You just click the button, contact us, you send an email, and one of us will answer your email, okay? Okay. Well, I don't see any other questions yet. Okay. There is another question. Actually, it says, I've sent information to my local junior achievement organization. I hope that's okay. They regularly train, and I am encouraging a partnership. Any of you would like to comment on this? Because we never thought about this, right?
No, but we are definitely, we're willing and interested, and we will be glad to set up, if it would be helpful for you, to set up a video conference with the administrators of junior achievement. I work with outside organizations. I run an actual peer helping program, and I work with outside agencies all the time. So we will be glad to help with anything that you need to make that a reality.
Great. We have another question. Mm-hmm. This program works well with fraternities too. In our community, a lot of frat wars happen, and would be good to introduce them to this. Is this possibility to work with frats open too?
That is amazing. Well, one of the things we talked about was to work with college students and with RAs and train our RAs to use this forum. So absolutely, we would love, whoever asked that question, we would love to talk to you more about that. I think that's a great new door that we would love to walk through with you. I see my two colleagues below me shaking their heads. So yes.
Well, it seems that your comment was well received, because the question is, that will be awesome since there are already schools in these things. Okay.
Please reach out to us, contact us, and let us know.
Yeah, so as you have figured out by now, the way that we see our relationship is really two-way. We expect, we would like to give you as much support as possible, and we'll also like to get as much feedback as possible from you, because we're certain there are areas that we're not explored yet. Mm-hmm. So, talking about areas that we're not explored yet, there is a question: how can you support us in Poland? We have a peer mediation foundation. Cindy, would you like, or anybody, would you like to answer that?
Well, I can start, and then if any of my colleagues would like to join, I would definitely love for you to join in. So first of all, we are here to support you, whatever you need, whatever your needs are. If we can't personally do it, we have connections that can help us help you. So what we'll need to know is what specifically are your needs, and then we will find out, we can do a video chat, and we can brainstorm and then come up with ideas. And again, if we can't specifically help, we have contacts around the country, in other countries, that we know can assist as well. So let's set up whomever asked this question, let's set up a time to chat so we can find out more how we can specifically help you, because we are willing to do that. And peer mediation is our thing. So we're here for you.
All right. And there's another comment. And says, I'm interested in doing my practicum for my MS in negotiation and conflict resolution with us. Alexandra, would you like to answer this? I mean, can we work in some volunteers in?
Well, absolutely. More people involved is the best. I'm actually working on my doctorate in educational leadership along with this program. And I would love to talk to you more and see how we can get you involved on my side. And it could be a very good partnership for us. So however we can get information to get us together, Giuseppe, that would be great.
Yes, well, at the end, I will tell you who has the question, okay? All right.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I was going to ask a follow-up question to that. What school are you working? What is our participant associated with? Where are they getting their degree? Oops, I'll turn this.
Let me.
Because there may be some networking we can do there on the ground with them too.
Well, the question was by a viewer. Her name is Paulina. Paulina, can you tell us more about the school that you're working with? Well, Paulina said thank you, but okay. Well,
That's okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
All right, we can get in touch with Paulina later because.
Oh.
Paulina, hold on a second, because perhaps we can do something. Paulina, are you there?
Oh.
Ah, you have to unmute.
Paulina.
Paulina, you have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello. Yeah, I'm studying at Creighton University.
Okay.
Right, yes.
Yeah, and I'm doing a certificate program in Notre Dame. So I'm doing both simultaneously.
Wow, very
But
nice.
the practicum is for Creighton University. So I'm in the last class right now, and then I have to start the practicum at the end of August or beginning of August.
Wonderful.
Okay, so Paulina, the best person to be in touch with is Alexandria.
Okay.
So if you send us an email through our website, I'll make sure that Alexandria will get in touch with you, right?
Sure, I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Actually, it was fun to.
Yeah, I know. Get to see who was there.
Wonderful.
Okay, so now I'm going to make you viewer as well. All right. Okay. So now, okay. So we have other questions. Okay. Okay, we have answered this already. Done. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. And we're done. Okay. Amy says, "Thank you, Cindy. We are called Mediation.
My friend.
We are called the Mediation for Education Foundation, registered in Poland. My name is Amy. On behalf of the foundation, we shall appreciate cooperating with you all." And Cindy, you know Amy, right?
I do. Emmy and I have spoken many times, and wonderful, wonderful gentleman. And Emmy, we want to really help you and work with you. And Emmy is, you know, he lives in Poland, so we really want to set up a conference just with him and talk about how we really can help him, because I think he's got a great program going, and he's very eager and willing to do whatever he needs to do. So,
all right. Okay, well, as you have already seen, we are open to any suggestions. We really love to do something together. We are very enthusiastic about our project because, as Alexandra said, students love this online technology and they understand the value of it. Okay, so why don't we do this then? Cindy, would you like to say goodbye to everybody and remind them how they get in touch with us?
Yes. Again, we so appreciate all of you being online tonight and being with us during our webinar. At this point, if you would like a personal video chat, let us know. Let us know some dates and times that are available for you. Each one of us, we all work, but we will make a special time just for you, and maybe send us a little bio about yourself. Give us some information about your specific needs, your program, and then ideas about how we can help you. And then that way we'll come with answers when we actually chat with you. If all of us can't chat with you, then there will be definitely whoever specializes in that area will chat with you. So Emmy, I know me and you, we're definitely going to get together. And so again, if you need to reach out to us, go to our website, send us an email. If there's a specific person you wish to speak with, that person will definitely get with you. This is going to be recorded. Please share this with other people. Put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, blow it up, send it out to as many people as you can. We are just really getting started, and we are really on fire and excited to with this work, and we hope that you will join us. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you very much then. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.